Young students from the Karol Szymanowski first-degree state music school in Oswiecim have performed 2 concerts in France. Before a French audience in Beaugency and in Paris, they played the opera for children Brundibar by the Czech composer of Jewish origins Hans Krasa with a libretto by Adolf Hoffmeister. The opera, composed just before the war, was played during the Holocaust period in the Theresienstadt ghetto. The majority of the young performers were later murdered by the Nazi Germans in the Auschwitz camp, where the composer also perished. The concerts were a continuation of an international project financed by a grant from the European Union's Europe for Citizens program, carried out by the Auschwitz-Birkenau State Museum, the Oswiecim Music School and the Forum Voisins de Fait. The young artists were accompanied at all times by musicians from the Ensemble Voisins de Fait chamber orchestra, conducted by Amélie Duclozel, who came up with the idea of the project.
C'est d'abord un projet basé sur une
This is a project based on international cooperation between the Auschwitz-Birkenau Museum, the music school in Oswiecim, where the museum is located, and the Forum Voisins de Fait from France. It represents the rediscovery of works by composers who fell victim to the Nazis. The stage decoration, costumes and video projection were prepared by students from the École nationale supérieure des arts appliqués et des métiers d'art Olivier Dessert from Paris, who had earlier visited Oswiecim and the Auschwitz Memorial within the framework of the project.
J'aurais jamais voulu aller à Auschwitzim parce que
I never planned on traveling to Auschwitz. Given my family's history, I had no inclination to make such a journey. The Brundibar project was a chance to go there and see the former camp, to work with the children and to see the city of Oswiecim. It was an experience that left me stronger and I hope better.
C'est vraiment une expérience dont je sors, je pense, plus fort et peut-être mieux construit.
Amélie Duclozel gave assurances that the concerts in France do not mean the end of the Polish-French cooperation. This will certainly not be the last time. We intend to continue this collaboration, which has now gone on for 3 years since 2009. 3 projects have already taken place jointly with the music school, which is under the patronage of the Auschwitz Museum, something especially important for us. We tried to take advantage of all the advantages we have there. What I wanted to avoid on the French side is for this to be an orchestra that simply shows up, plays a concert and leaves. This is something else that contributes to the value of this cooperation, because it demonstrates the importance of European cultural cooperation. It is part of a European project that exists over and above the values of the place itself and its symbolic value. It is also a means of changing things, not superficially, but a profound change, doing work that furthers education among Polish children and that is also useful to us. From the human and the musical point of view, as French musicians, because thanks to this we can learn about other ways of doing things, another culture. Therefore, yes, there is more to come. Before returning home, the young Poles also found time to visit Paris and its most famous landmarks.